Hey farmers, and welcome to this week's installment of the official FarmVille Podcast. My name is Lexalicious, and I am here to bring you all of the latest news and information about FarmVille from Zynga. This week, we will be discussing our latest releases. You guys will all be getting a sneak peek of things coming to FarmVille in the future, and we have a very special guest with us today to answer some questions from the FarmVille community. Well, it was business as usual this week with the release of our new limited edition Tuscan theme and some exciting new features. Probably the most notable feature that has been released recently is the new horse stable expansion. Now, I've seen a little bit of confusion from players as to how this new update works, so I'm going to go ahead and quickly discuss this feature in a little bit more detail for any users who may not be familiar with it. Now, as I'm sure most of you know, horse stables provide you with both foals and consumables that can be used around your farm. The new horse stable expansion means you can now hold more horses in your stable. On top of extra room on your farm, having more horses will increase your chances of finding arborists, farmhands, and foals. Your horse stable can be expanded a total of 4 times. Each expansion will increase your stable capacity by 5 horses for a total capacity of 40. Each time you wish to expand, you will need 10 wooden boards, nails, bricks, horseshoes, and harnesses. To start the expansion, open up your horse stable and click on the Expand button. This will give you a pop-up which will allow you to post a feed to your wall informing your friends and neighbors that you need materials to start building. When clicked, this will take your neighbor to the free gifts page where they can send you building materials for your expansion. When clicking Look Inside from your horse stables menu, you will now see a new Expand button at the top of your horse stable information page. Clicking on the Expand button will show you what you need to complete your horse stable expansion. As I said earlier, each time you wish to expand your horse stable, you'll need 10 of each item. You can get these items one of 3 ways. Firstly, your neighbors can send you the necessary components via the free gifts page. Alternatively, when viewing the interior of your unfinished horse stable expansion, each component that you have not yet received 10 of has an Ask for More button that, when clicked, will take you to the Friend Selector page where you can select friends to send gift requests to for your chosen component. And lastly, the items required for expansion can be purchased for 1 farm cash apiece from the market. When you complete your expansion, you'll receive a pop-up asking you if you'd like to share the news with your friends. Clicking the Share button on this pop-up will give you the option to post a feed to your wall that will give up to 5 of your neighbors who click on it a free gray horse. On Thursday, we released our first round of limited edition Tuscan items, which is complemented beautifully by the new Tuscan green landscape that was just released yesterday. A new mystery box is also available in the market for 16 farm cash, along with the new cucumber and basil crops. As per the community's request, we have adjusted the contents of our free mystery gifts, which now feature some never-before-released items, like the new chinchilla, and we have released another new breed of puppy for your enjoyment. The blue heeler puppy can now be purchased from the market for 65 farm cash. And lastly, we have a new offer that is now live to all of our players that I'm sure you guys are all going to love. As a thank you for giving the FarmVille Game Bar a try, we're giving out a special gift. Now, when you install the FarmVille Game Bar, you'll be able to receive 25 farm cash. If you don't already have the Game Bar installed, you'll see a page prompting you to install it the next time you log in. Clicking the Install button will take you to a page with instructions on how to add the Game Bar to your browser. Unfortunately, the Game Bar only works with Firefox at this time. Once you have the Game Bar installed, the next time that you enter FarmVille and have the Game Bar turned on, you'll receive a message letting you know that your farm cash is in your gift box. The 25 farm cash in your gift box can be redeemed simply by clicking on the Use button. If you already have the Game Bar installed in your browser, you'll also see the same page I mentioned earlier if you have not already received your free prize. You do not need to install the Game Bar again. Simply click Skip or Play from the navigation bar at the top of the FarmVille screen. Once you turn on or refresh the game bar, you'll receive a message letting you know that your farm cache is waiting for you in your gift box. Alright, and that's about it for new releases this week. On that note, let's go ahead and get into answering some questions submitted by members of the FarmVille community. Today, we have a special guest with us who has graciously taken time out of her busy day to sit down and answer some questions from the community. Our first question comes to us from Silverballer. What is the real concept of the nursery barn besides storage for baby animals? Well, here is what one of our designers, Heather, had to say about this question.
We knew that breeding foals and calves is something that a lot of players enjoy, but there was some gameplay missing. The baby animals were static, and the breeders that produced the baby animals could never actually benefit from them. So what we're intending for the nursery barn is to complete the loop, so that players could use their nursery barn to raise their baby foals and calves into all new adult animals whose offspring they could then share with their friends.
Now, our second question comes to us from Lady Kofi. Why are we not able to add lambs to the nursery barns? It is my understanding that lambs are baby sheep. If we can place baby foals and baby calves, we should be able to place lambs in the nursery barns.
The answer for that, because lambs, unlike foals and calves, were limited edition farm cache only items, so they existed outside of that gameplay cycle I was just talking about. Also, we didn't want anyone to accidentally grow up an irreplaceable animal like that and then regret it later.
Alright, awesome. I want to give a big thank you to Heather for taking some time out of her busy schedule to sit down and talk with us today. And going forward, we will be doing our best to get other members of the FarmVille team to sit down with us and discuss new features and answer questions from the community. Our last question comes to us from Bubba87. Does the development team actively take feedback from the forums, or are the forums just here for us to discuss? The FarmVille forums are frequently used by many members of the FarmVille team as a way to gather feedback and opinions from our users. While we may not be able to implement every request, our development team absolutely takes the time to gather feedback from players so that they can keep community concerns and requests in mind when developing new features. Alright, so for this week's Coming Soon segment, I actually have some information for you guys on the Farmers Market feature we have been teasing for the past few weeks. At level 15, you'll get the chance to find bushels of crops when you harvest your fields. Finding a bushel activates a market stall. Your friends can shop at your market stall and take some of the bushels, and you earn rewards for each friend who shops at your stall. The bushels will be used in an upcoming feature and can also be consumed directly to get a license to plant that crop, earn more mastery from that crop, or earn bonus experience from that crop for a short time. In addition to this, we also have the new underground storage feature coming soon. Coin and cash sellers will soon be available that will allow you to store up to 200 items in the same area size as a plot of tulips. Players start out with a smaller number of slots and can get their friends to grow crops for them. These crops will give you energy to dig underground and increase the area of your cellars. You can have a maximum of 2 cellars. That means if you buy and max out 2 cellars, you'll be able to have 400 slots of storage in the space of 2 tulip plots. Now, before I get out of here, I just want to let you guys know that due to popular demand, we will be bringing back the Tip of the Week segment of the podcast starting next week. And on that note, I'm out of here, folks. Again, my name is Lexalicious, and I want to thank you all so much for listening. I will see you guys next Friday with all of the latest news and information from around the farm. Happy farming, everybody!